All right, my friends, we are back into the Jams v Sion game. We are at turn 44, and we are going to get right back into it. I have not ended my turn from the last session. I'm going to go ahead and do some city production stuff here. I think that trapper is a pretty darn good idea. Although the miner is probably the better idea. Let's get that gold. All right, and there we go. End of the year. So let's see what we have. All right, next turn, we should be able to start on our demits. And if we can rush some of those out, I think we can put up enough of a defense, at least in this pass, if I can get some ships as well. So let's put some ships on the idea here. Controlling this bit of ocean is going to help us not get steamrolled by Sion. Those are kind of secondary things, right? I mean, biremes will help. Triremes will help a little bit more, but I don't know if necessarily dromons are necessary. Especially because we're not probably taking this fight to Sion all the way around this continent, right? It's really mostly just for coastal defense to stop him from trying to think he can get access to me by going around my spear wall. All right, this person has died. I don't know what she was exactly. This person's now the head of Acts Paganism, and I am now ill. Danish emissary. Let's put that in the back pocket for now. All right, air education. Let's go with politics. You know what? Actually, should have gone with tactics, probably. It's fine. Test of faith. I could found a free world religion. That could be handy. Sure. Why the heck not? I don't see a reason. Oh, except... Oh, no. Wait. Adwa. Adwa. Okay, fine. There, it's fine. I got nervous for a second. I thought it was down here in Asmara. That'd be a bad place to found a world religion with Sion breathing down my neck. All right, we go ahead and we kill that raider. Let's get this 22 stone. Wow, that's amazing. Wow, 1, 2, 3 mountains. Yeah, 22 stone. That's insane. Let's get that quarry up then. Top priority. Christianity founded. I would like to get Christianity on my side, I think. Although I do also have Zoroastrianism. Interesting. Both holy cities are in the same city. Interesting. Yeah, you know what? Let's let Christianity be happy with us a little bit. Okay. Need to focus. All right, can I get a demit? Yes, I can. So let's get that demit. What else can I do here to help boost mines? I'll heal you up. Mine. We need more mines next to this ore mine to get us even more boosted on that. Okay. I'm not ready to move some of these slingers, but I do want to move I don't want to move all the slingers, but I want to move some of them. No cheap promotions. What about a cheap general? No one cheap general. Okay. Let's save that movement. What else do we need? We're pretty okay on stone for now. Most of our economy's not bad, but we should be connecting cities with roads. So, do I have labor force? I do, right? Because Axum has labor force. Yeah. All right. Let's connect cities. That's what something else we should be considering doing. So, add road. There we go. Gritting emissary. Yeah, sure. Take the money. Fine. That was a long turn because I had a few things to really him and haw about, but I think I've got an idea. So we're going to connect our cities to a network so that way we can funnel troops down to this pass, because this pass is basically our Minas Tirith, our Helm's Deep. We cannot lose this pass. We can lose this city. It'll suck if we lose this city, but we cannot lose this pass. So that's what the plan, I think, is. Sion, I think, is looking for stuff over here. He's probably looking to out-expand us even more. He is stronger. He is learned. So all that means is that we need to pump our cities with culture, science, and growth. So that way, even if he gets more cities, he's not going to steamroll us. Because if he can't get through here, unless he wins through points or ambitions, he's not getting to us. So we need to defend the coast with boats, defend this pass, grow these cities really fast. So let's think about, where is polytheism? Monasticism right there. Polytheism is what we need. But also, having two world religions is going to help us. So that's a good thing. I'm sure, because Sion has a city here, I'm sure there's a pass through here. So he's got this whole valley too. So I'm not going to worry even about trying to get into this valley. There's no point. Me owning this wheat tile in Asmara doesn't matter. Next turn, though, I need to consider tutoring Cezanna. Okay. Danish raid near Adwa, and my son is converted to Christianity. Wonderful. I'm doomed. Okay. His father's disposition. Okay. Unlikely scenario. I have the food, so sure, I'll do it. Yes. What a good-looking man. Very charming. Well, that's great. For a man who's doomed. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and bring this slinger back. Okay. I've got 200 training. Promote. Let's promote you with... Yeah, I think tough. Okay. You're going to come down here. You're going to add a road. Alright, you heal up. Bad stuff is coming. A raid's coming near Adwa, but it doesn't say where, but I'm assuming the Danes are over here, so they're probably coming from somewhere over this way. Let's bring you over here. Yeah, Eagle Eye, great. Oh, you're also really messed up. So actually, that wasn't the best thing to do. Should have healed you up. Okay. You. Mine? Yes. Mine. Okay. You. You're both sentried. Okay. You're all fortified. Wonderful. It's not wise to go ahead and poke this bear right now. Is there a governor that would do me any good here? Not really. You're working on a spearman, but your workers are idle. Okay. Yeah, food could be better. Let's grab a farm here. Yeah, a farm here and a granary there is not bad at all, actually. Boost these 2 farms. It'll be boosted by the cattle later. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I'll do a little bit of roading. I like to get a road out to here. We'll do some improvements in here as well once we get there. All right, you finished that fort. I shouldn't spend the stone. You're a Tigrayan worker. Just come over here and grab us another road. All right, you... No, you do nothing. Yeah, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and grab a tutor on this guy. Okay, good enough. He killed my scout? How did he kill my scout? I don't like that. I think I'd like to get another scout. Okay. There's sovereignty. There is yet time. I think I just take the negative opinion with paganism. Deception revealed. No, I don't want to become timid. We'll have to do this and see what happens. Who even is that guy? He comes up in these events, but then, like, he's just one of those characters that, like, you can't kill or something. Anyway. Okay, he's vengeful against me. Wonderful. I have bigger things to worry about. Heal you. Can't do anything with you, I don't think. Oh, yes, I could. Let's do focus. That's great for you. Road, road, road. Great. Didn't mean to cut scrub, but fine. Road. Not what I meant. Road. Alright. So we've got a road network at least to the front now. That's pretty okay. Sentry you. Sentry you. Yeah, not much else I really want to do. You know what? Let's find this freaking guy. And let's see if we can influence him, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. I'm doomed, it doesn't matter, I'm just waiting for stuff. Okay. I'm not really concerned about ironworking. Although I guess I am if I need navigation. I'm not sure how that works. I would like military drill. Let's get that up. Governors. I'm not very concerned about governors until my heir is king. So let's go ahead and end the year. And we'll see what Sion is up to. Alright, my heir is ill once again. Where did this raider come from? The Numidians? From where? Alright. Asmara is now connected. Quarry first, I guess, right? Best place for a quarry. Put that road there. Let's go ahead and grab... Let's grab a mine here. We don't really need more mine, but I'd rather put a mine there than a quarry, because we'll do quarry, quarry, quarry. Alright, here comes the raiders. Bring it back and heal. Alright, we've got gems. Anybody want gems? Who's pissed at me? Aga's pissed at me. We'll send that to Aga, I guess. It's great. Why are you so pissed at me? Because we're different? Yeah. I think so. Alright, you finish that marble. Slinger attack down there. I'm not too worried about it. You don't have a shrine. Well, you know what? Let's put another mine here. That's fine, I guess. Adwa, you got your miner. Yeah, grab me the shopkeeper. I want that science and stuff. That's going to be very helpful. 4 orders. Wasn't I influencing someone? I think I was. They must have died. Alright, let's influence you then, I guess. No, I was influencing that freaking... What, did he disappear? Bro just disappeared. Alright. Yeah, I'll go ahead and influence this guy. That's fine. And I think that's about it. He's creeping up a point like every turn, which is a little concerning because I'm not. All right, so Sion has completed the pyramids. I've died. Okay, conversion. Yes, long live. Ooh, 180 civics, 44 stone, warrior, or lumber and science. I think I want the warrior. I can upgrade it to... Oh, no, I can't upgrade it to a... It's fine, I can upgrade it to a spear. I can sure do that. Alright, Prince Cezanna is doing some stuff. He can just get some XP. Alright, his steel. Grand steel. Which would give me 2 civics, plus 20... Family opinion, training boost, civics boost, science boost, or money boost. I think I like training boost. Yeah, it's going to be training boost. It's going to be in a duelist. Let's put it... Yeah, right here's fine. Alright, my son, Zoscales. Is he a bastard? Yes, he is. Let's put him in tactics. Also, I think I'd like to legitimize him. Yeah, I think I'd like to legitimize him just to be safe. It won't make anyone mad. He's a royal now. Great. Let's go ahead and get one more tutor off on this bro. Okay. Now that you are the king, I want you in a duelist. Please and thank you. Where's that warrior? Let's please upgrade you to a spearman. Thank you very much. You got that mine. Great. Grab this mine, please. That stone is juicy, though. Now it has to be a mine to boost that ore, because this has to be a hub of producing military. Okay. Kill there. I've also got to get more training. Out of Hawulti. What if a governor? Nobody enticing. Yeah, let's grab a Christian disciple. That's fine. We can spread some religion a tiny bit. Can I join with a scout? No. Any good governor? 0.4 of a civic, not great. I don't need caravan access, so no. Governor up here? Oh, you're not bad. Sure, I'll get some mileage out of you. Let's put you in there. I think that took a year off the shopkeeper, too. Alright, that ain't bad. Alright, you're doing that. You know what? Sure, grab me a quarry there, why not? That's fine. I think after this demit, we go ahead and we do a mint coin, maybe? That legitimacy wouldn't be terrible. Relatively young ruler. 2 legitimacy projects. More orders. Oh, I forgot to attack up here with these guys. This guy's gonna kill this slinger for sure. Crap. Okay. My son is now the head of Christianity. Very good. Alright, this person is ill. Not great. Yeah, I'll have him become a spy master. That's fine. Leave it marble. Build the lighthouse, build the hanging gardens, or 20 XP. Hanging gardens wouldn't be horrible. Just needs a river. I mean, I could put it anywhere. Put it here. Sure. No, that took away the ambition. Son of a That was a mistake. I didn't know it would take away the ambition. All right, let's get this demit up this way. At least we'll maybe get something out of it. We'll put this guy on charge. Will he like us a little bit? No, he's still pretty upset. Let's influence him. He's a pretty good general. Oh, I'm so mad about that. That's a wasted freaking ambition. Alright, a demit there. Let's grab this apprentice acolyte. Let's grab a demit. Let's grab a mint coin. We'll move this spear down. We'll move this spear up. We'll heal you. We'll hit you. Alright. That was probably actually a really stupid thing to do. To do that wonder without grabbing that ambition first. Now the wonder really means nothing. Well, might as well at least get the wonder a little bit quicker. Cut those trees. Alright, here you are. Nothing for you to do, actually, so we'll just go ahead and end the year. 22 points. Wow. Okay. Well, there's that. How has he not beaten me on points? Double is enabled. Yeah. Oh, damn, I didn't even know that he couldn't get into this valley. This valley is like a perfect little... Wow, that sucks.
Hello, my friend.
Well, hello there, Sion. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I gotta be honest, I always feel a little guilty when I Ishtar bomb somebody.
Well, you know what? I didn't even know that was a thing, so you don't have to feel bad. I learned a lesson today.
You know, that's usually what they say. So would you like me to explain how it works?
Well, let's switch over to, I guess, let me share my screen so that way I'm still recording. I'll share my screen so that way we can talk about what we're looking at in the game, at least from my perspective. But yes, please explain to me how the Ishtar bomb works.
Okay, so essentially, every city you settle is worth 1 victory point, which we know, right? And when we level up the culture to developing culture, it comes with a whole bunch of great benefits. You can rush from the city, you can build other buildings from the city, but obviously it's also worth another victory point. Every culture level is worth a victory point. So the thing about the Ishtar bomb is, and this works wonders, no pun intended, even without trying to double victory somebody. The thing about the Ishtar bomb is that the Ishtar gate adds 100 culture to every city in the game once it's built, every city that you control. So it takes exactly 100 culture to level up from a weak city to a developing culture city, which means if you have 10 cities that are all weak, so you only have 10 points, but you build the Ishtar gate, you're going to immediately double your point value. And that's basically what we call the Ishtar bomb. The other thing about that is that since you're hitting that culture threshold, you're also going to get that many culture level up events. So in addition to just winning, even if we kept playing, I just got like 6 culture level up events, which came with things like civics. I think I got a science boost in there. It's a pretty powerful play to basically mass settle and then follow it up with an Ishtar Gate.
Gotcha. Okay. Very interesting. So, from my perspective, this game I wanted to play a little defensively, just because I know how you play. So, once I saw that I had this beautiful impervious mountain shield territory, I was like, okay, I'll grab this city here in Asmara, and I'll try to grab this site, which you then grabbed. But that was my fault because I wasn't quick enough. And then once I saw that you had one chariot, which I guess you got from an event, right? One of your unique chariots? I thought I saw one somewhere.
I got that from a bonus card.
Bonus card. Okay.
Unique chariot comes off of the bonus card in Spoked Wheel.
There we go. So I saw that and I was like, oh crap, I gotta go ahead and turtle. So I turtled, and I really expected you to go military and not to go for points or anything. So I think that's kind of, but I think it was a good learning experience. So I'm glad that we had this little kind of one-off game here. Yeah.
Well, so that's also that is a settings choice. There's plenty of people. It's interesting because I had a conversation with Fluffy about this Fluffy Bunny, earlier today, because I mentioned the fact that it was entirely possible that you were about to get signed off due to a bomb. And he was saying how experienced players tend to not keep double victory on, which I have found to be true.
Yeah, didn't even think about it.
I've also played a handful. Yeah. I've also played a handful of very experienced multiplayers who prefer to keep it on. It's one of those things where if it is on, it's fine one way or the other if you decide to keep it on or not. I know one guy who likes to keep it on because he likes keeping like the Wonder Spam builder strategy viable. Mm-hmm. But if it's on, you have to watch out for Ishtar Gate because that can really just end a game.
Yep. Didn't even think about it. And actually, you'll see when I upload my perspective on this one. But when I noticed that you went to 22 points, it was I just ended my turn, and I was like, oh, I think he just won. And then it finally rolled over, and I was like, yep, he won. Had no idea, didn't even remember leaving it on, just something that I didn't even think about. But either way, I'm sure you would have won either way.
Interesting. Yeah, I think, honestly, because my biggest curiosity was your science, right? So now that I'm looking at your science and realizing that I did mostly maintain a lead throughout the game, but a lot of that was a schemer, right? So my concern was I was about to lose 13 science per turn off of my schemer.
Okay.
So that would have been a huge blow. Mm-hmm. But now what I'm looking at where I'm at after getting Portcullis, even losing 13 science would have still put me above you.
Gotcha.
So I think ultimately it was a little bit of a delaying of the inevitable, because what I would have done if double wasn't on, I would have taken my time with the Ishtar, because don't forget, if you take a worker and step it off of a wonder, the production will kind of like hang around, right? You can technically finish a wonder whenever you want. Right.
Yes. Yeah, but like I said,
So what I would have... Go ahead.
Oh, no, please continue.
What I would have done if double wasn't on, as you can see, I'm clearing this southern peninsula to the south of the Empire. I probably would have just cleared the whole map while you turtled up, finished the Ishtar, and then I would have just had like 15 developing cities, which I think would have been really, really difficult to come back from out of that kind of corner that you're in.
Yeah, and like I said, I assumed this was going to go military much faster, so what I did was even though I know my unique units are not good against your unique units, I did get myself a plethora of spearmen. I started to get out my UU. I've got one here. I had a couple more after a couple things coming out in my capital. I had targeted after mill drill. I had targeted boats to try to secure the coast. Because like I said, I just assumed that it was going to be a military game. So that's an assumption on my part that I didn't have any alternative.
You're not necessarily wrong.
Yeah.
Because the thing is like, I think you did everything that you could have done correctly, because you identified chariots and you pivoted to spears, and you're Axum, so you have champions, you start labor force, so you can get phalanx right away.
Yep.
So I knew that I was going to struggle actually attacking you anyway. So the plan wasn't. I think I might have clocked the Ishtar thing pretty early on, but even outside of that, even now in the position that I'm in, I would not have been able to attack you, I don't think, without some level of siege or a significant amount of ranged. So you're still, even without the double potential, you're still in a position where I'm going to start building up my military in a preparation to invade you, because I only have that 3 tile gap to go through
and
before I can reach you.
Yes, that's exactly what I said. I was like, this is my Helm's Deep. This is my, Pelennor Fields.
And that was brilliant.
Yeah, and I did.
It was brilliant.
I did not actually think of anything other than this is going to be a military game until it was over.
Even with it being a military game, the issue of your position, and even myself as someone who's played I honestly, if we swapped roles, I'm not even 100% sure what I would have done, because having 5 cities to what is currently 9 and would have easily been like 13, 15, I would have been able to outproduce you. So even if it took
I did
battle at this mountain,
I feel
like momentum and production wise, I would have just kept crashing into you, and I don't think you would have been able to outproduce me.
No, not at all. No, not at all. And I acknowledge
I think I would
that
have pivoted in a long term. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just saying. I acknowledge that in my perspective. I just said, I don't think I can take him having 5 cities being in this corner when he's got 9. But at least I can turtle here and, hold out for who knows. It's going to be barbarian horde. Hold out for as long as I can. And I even made because I remember you using your civilian units to turtle on the coast. I was like, if I have to do it, I'll just put every unit on the coast, and he's not getting in here. I'll make him suffer for it. But yeah, that was.
Oh man, well, I admire that. I really do. I love that mentality, and I kind of do feel bad. That's why I feel bad, because I kind of do feel bad that we didn't make a show of it by the end there.
You should not feel bad at all, because that is just one more thing in my old world journey that I'm learning. And you know what? There's honestly something to be said for a quick, short, sweet, hey, this is, basically a 3.5 hour duel that ended a certain way because of certain things, and it taught a lesson. So I'm perfectly fine with that.
Right. But one thing that I am disappointed about not prolonging it, because I was interested in trying something. I have 8 chariots right now, 8 chariots, which are effectively useless because you just have any amount of spears. It's just so shocking to me how quickly a spear drops off, because something like a tactician, for example, will just destroy chariots because of the counter. I'm 9 turns away from stirrups, and I was going to upgrade all 8 of my chariots into horse archers, which will still do their full damage to spears, and they can't get countered. So I was very much looking forward to doing that.
And you know what? I will say that I didn't show anything of the situation, but I did describe in a general sense to my good buddy Moose and he said pivot to conscripts as soon as you can after spears instead of pikemen, because the conscripts will have anti-cav and prevent rout. So that was my last. That was my last kind of, not ace in the hole, but that was my last, like, okay, for the final epic battle, I upgrade to conscripts, you know, and I was hoping that would kind of buy me some more time. But no, it was a good battle. I have nothing bad to say about it. It was a fun little jaunt, and I had a good time, especially because
I will say I was really nervous. You got to 4 laws very quickly. That got me nervous. I was quite overextended. So I don't know if this would have been the correct play, but I had said at one point, actually in this very session, probably about 20, 40 minutes ago, that I actually think if you had tried, before I put the slingers up in this area, but if you had tried to take my city of Tuanua, I honestly think you would have been able to take it, and there would have been able to do, I don't think I would have been able to do anything about it.
I thought about it a bit, but
definitely don't know if that would have been the correct play.
Yeah, I don't know either, because, you know, the thing is, I had a bunch of, when you settled that city, you still had your special chariot in there, I think, or maybe it was over here in Taranasta, but your special chariot was somewhere in.
Right, but if you check it out, your spears do at least 9 damage to my heavy chariot.
But I don't think I had
I have good units.
I don't think I had that many spears. I think I only had 2 at that point. I can't remember exactly when I saw that.
Right.
So I thought about attacking it, but I think, if my memory does not serve me well here, which is why, you know, I record things. But I believe when you settled this, I really only had mostly slingers here, and I don't think I had maybe more than 1 or 2 spears, and they weren't in range. So I was like, ooh, I've got all these slingers. I could attack, but they're all slingers, and if I fail, then I really fail. And I didn't know if I could bounce back from a failure where I'm potentially losing, because, you know, I think, like, I had, like, these 2 were my most advanced units because of all the promotions, and I maybe had, like, 1 spear and another slinger or 2. And I was like, you know, it's not worth it. He can have it. I'll just turtle here. What I expected you to do was come up from Tuanua, attack Asmara. I would try to hold you off at Asmara with as little as I could, fall back to Helm's Deep, hold you at Helm's Deep, and then just try to pump out demits and spears, and just, you know, hold. The thing that I'll tell you, and this is not related to that at all, the thing that pisses me off the most is I started Hanging Gardens because I got an event for an ambition to either build the Hanging Gardens, build something else, or take XP. And I said, oh, okay, I can build the Hanging Gardens. I'll go ahead and I'll start it right now. And I just clicked it. And then the ambition was gone. So I was like, oh no, I just wasted all.
Annoying.
It was annoying. And I was like, oh, I just wasted all these resources and I don't even get a ambition out of it. But either here nor there, it doesn't matter at this point.
Well, one thing I was nervous about with you getting a builder on the throne was speeding any wonders or religious wonders out quickly, because that,
yes,
if you could keep yourself at half the victory points, then the double wouldn't come out.
And I did have...
I was actually a little worried about that. I was talking about that before.
I did have 2 world religions, yes, which was...
Right, I was worried about that.
Unexpected, but actually, I didn't even think about the religious wonders. I was so focused on military, and then I had a raid up here, a small raid up here that was kind of causing some minor problems. Didn't even think about the religious wonders. Another thing to keep in the back pocket. Yeah. So cool. All right. Well, hey, Sion, thank you very much for doing this little quick game that we started, all because I had a free night all of a sudden, and yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you playing, man, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to sign up for that duelist tournament. So I'm looking forward to hopefully having a game with you in that too.
I hope you do, because I'm already signed up and I'm ready to go. So I will, I'll obviously see you around, but if not before then I will certainly see you on the battlefield once more.
All right, take care, buddy.
You too, my friend. I'll talk to you later.